Running back Rashad Amos just traveled to his 7th school where he'll be a 6-year senior.
Christ.
He went from South Carolina, y'all, to Miami, Ohio. Shout out to the MAC. To Mississippi State.
How does that even sound?
To
Real
Colorado.
Shit. Real shit, homie.
To Ole Miss. To Memphis. To Georgia State. And he's not done yet, so it's question marks. He might leave again.
Smitty, real shit, though. Break those schools down real quick and just give everybody, the audio listeners, the difference between a South Carolina and then a Miami of Ohio.
It's night and day. So this shows to me that he must have been like a baller in high school. Maybe he's at a small school in high school and he did everything. So he kind of like jumped
over recruited. You think over recruited?
Over recruited. Go South Carolina. Couldn't compete. Couldn't last.
But I'm tripping though, homie. Hold on, no. So you're spot on. So he went from a big time SEC conference.
Yep.
To Miami of Ohio, but then goes where?
Mississippi State.
Back in the same SEC.
With me, maybe he had a good year at the MAC level. And he was like, okay, maybe I can do a little something. And then Mississippi State was thinking like, you know what? This guy was a 4-star guy out of high school. Maybe South Carolina didn't know how to use him. Let me give him and see what I can do. But then he fucked up again. It went down to Colorado. It's like, you know what I mean? And, you know, him and Deion wasn't rocking with him.
Deion signed him?
For a month. From April 26, 2024 to May 18, 2024. Not even a month. 3 weeks he was there. 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Okay.
Then he said, I can't do this, man. Deion holds us accountable too much. And he has us working too hard. So he goes to Ole Miss.
I don't see that.
Ole Miss. That's what he's doing. Deion's a hell of a coach.
So he goes to Ole Miss. Go back to SEC.
I did you see again.
Okay.
He's there for like the season. And he says, never mind. Goes to Memphis.
Now down another level.
For 4 months, though. So he basically went there to do the winter workouts. Morning workouts, you know what I mean? Kind of learned, found his dorm he's going to stay in, figured out all the stuff. And they said, I'm bored. Just went to Georgia State 3 days ago. April 18th, he just went to Georgia State 3 days ago. So we don't know where he's going to end up now. It's question marks after this.
My dad's death for, what do you call it, 20-year reunion.
He might. Anniversary. He might go to Ball State next because you understand he goes from like.
See, here's the issue. I got to be real. From Miami, let's go from Mississippi State down. Should all be ashamed of their motherfucking selves as coaches. As a grown man in the room, I'm blaming us coaches from. So Miami of Ohio is a get. If I get the 4-star kid from South Carolina,
it was like hell yeah.
All right, so I won. I'm gonna get the next big job as the coach because I've got dudes coming in.
Just like my guy Jonathan Newsom, who we had a guest on the show, he was Ohio State and Ball State. It's a win.
Yeah. Okay, but then whatever happened after that, for every coach after that to take this kid is why we have the problem we have. And until the Dan Lannings get on the phone and say, "Hey, dog, this motherfucker's shopping." And calls, Josh Heupels of the world and tells them, and then the coaches come to an agreement that, hey, we're not going to just take everybody's trash or damaged goods or a guy just shopping to shop for whatever reason. Let's just say the kid has a great heart, great character, great kid. I don't know shit about this kid. But the fact of the matter is it's still 7 schools. Like, come on, homie. Like we're not helping this kid, homie. I'm just keeping it funky. We're not helping this kid. And these kids all think they're equal. They're all 5-stars in their mind. And they all deserve to go wherever to get on the field and they can get drafted in the NFL, or they're not. They're just shopping around for a bag of money, it seems. This is ridiculous, Smitty. Come on, homie. 5 years ago, this kid signed.
His man was at Mississippi State for 13 days.
Like, what are we doing at this point, though?
April 13th to April 26th, homie.
Like, the NCAA doesn't really realize that this is a joke, homie. Like, seriously, this is still, the last time I checked, it's still under the NCAA, isn't it? Isn't college football under the entity NCAA?
I believe so.
Are they not an absolute shame of themselves that we got 7-year guys? We got NFL veterans walking around college campuses. Like, we got NFL veterans. Carl Mecklenburg just made a great point. The product's getting washed down, watered down more and more we think of it because simply, Smitty, these kids are old as shit. How many years do you really want to pay a guy in the NFL if you're going to get a 26-year-old out of college? Like, are you ever going to pay him his second contract, which everyone we have on this show talks about what, Smitty? Getting the second contract, getting
That's
the
real
third.
deal. That's the one. That's the life-changing deal.
Third Come on, homie. If I'm an NFL team and you're good enough to get drafted at 26, you're only going to probably play for me 2-3 years, and especially at quarterback, homie.
Get like, what you doing, and we're done with you, basically.
Like, what are we doing? Which is what? An extension of what? Another college bag. Like, that's really what it is. Your rookie contract is just your 8th year of college that you've already gone 7 schools on.
And that's
like,
it.
Homie, we're in a bad spot.
What does he play? Is he a running back?
I don't know, man.
No, he can't be. What do you play, Bailey? You know he play position-wise? I'll look it up real quick. I'm just scared because, yeah, he's a running back too. Like, oh, yeah, you already know running back shelf life. Once you hit 30, you're kind of like, you know, they're off you typically. So you're already going to the league at 20. You yeah, it's a wrap. It don't make sense. It just don't make sense. As I said, these guys are not thinking about the NFL. Some of these guys are just thinking about college football.
And isn't that my point, though? Do you get what I'm saying? Why the coaches we need to stop. Don't take them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to stop taking them, homie. Like, I'm serious. Like, what? Seriously, Smitty. Like, I get the Burrow transfer and the Jalen Hurts, that last senior year transfer or whatever. I get that.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with it. I've come to agreement. Okay. I'm cool with that one.
Yeah.
But for every one of those, there's 10,000 failures that we don't discuss. And this is one of those failures. And this kid he's not going to the league, Smitty. So my point is this. Not everybody deserves a chance. Sorry. I'm sorry to tell you all that. 7-time nobody transferring around the portal. My point is, stop taking them, coaches. You got to stop, homie, because it's a joke. Like, let's be honest. It's an absolute mockery at this point. Right. I get the quarterback. I do. And I'm going to be honest, Smitty, if we're going to make the quarterback put him on his own island in the NFL, and you and I discussed making a separate, salary cap and all this other shit for the quarterback position that we're overpaying, in my opinion. Shit. Are you going to start doing it in college? Are you going to start making this a specific college? Like, there's a difference in the quarterback. I think the NFL brass, college football brass, if there even is such thing, need to get together and seriously talk about the quarterback position, which is going to be, by the way, Smitty, the quarterback position is what? The highest paid, the most watched, the most viewed, the most important, all the most of.
Yeah.
The most scrutinized, the most everything. So are we not going to fix that position? Because it's getting worse in the NFL, Smitty. Let's just be honest. I mean, we can talk about how freakish natured athletically they are and all that. I agree. They are. We're the most athletically gifted kids I've ever seen. But they're not the best quarterbacks I've ever seen. Not even close. They're getting to be worse and worse and worse. Smitty, it starts in 7-on-7, and I'm just going to be honest, and I know we're not going to go on this rant, but when you hit 7-on-7 and you take a center exchange by yourself like this, you take a snap like this, and then you take a drop, and then guess what they do, Smitty? I'm going to be real. This is why the habits started. This is why I didn't allow 7-on-7 as much. Alan will tell you. What happens when these 7-on-7 kids, Smitty? What happens when they throw a pick? Do a pick, 7-on-7. Smitty, what game does the quarterback throw a pick?
You just stand there.
And then by the way, it gets even better. They usually have a hat on in the 7-on. Do we not get that we are setting these cats up for horrific failure, homie? You don't throw 7-on-7 picks and stand there. We either coach it or allow it, homie. We are allowing the worst quarterback play ever.
He said, "Fuck, threw a pick 707."
Smitty,
I'm with
man.
you though, man. I'm with you.
I'm telling you, homie. We really
hit the ball down.
We really don't emphasize mechanics, fundamentals anymore, and the basic layup in football is gone, homie. Like, it's seriously, bro. We see a bubble screen, and the cat goes 80, and the kid gets a fucking DraftKings 40 points, and we're anointing him as the best thing. The casual fan is what's doing it, though. It's the casual fan that endorses this greatness in their eyes, when real guys like myself sees it and looks it up and grades it and says, man, this is the worst I've ever seen. And then I'm the hater because I'm the one that's actually telling you the truth when the casual fan will never do so. And then the funny part is, Smitty, when the casual fan that's blown this thing out of proportion who says it, and then all of a sudden your fucking quarterback leaves your university and then you're issuing death threats to him. But a year ago, homie, you were all over that motherfucker. You were cool when I called my own boy's son out for wearing pajamas and 7-on. I was the hater. Y'all, JB, he's just a kid. Let him be a kid. But now y'all, same cats issuing death threats to the same motherfucker, homie, 2 years later. How ironic. You see what I'm saying, Smitty? Like, people don't have no fucking, they don't really want to even discuss the truth.
Right.
Them motherfuckers, you know why I criticize them? Because correction isn't criticism. I corrected him. I wanted to get him right. I don't want him to fucking fail. You two fucking Tennessee fan base could give a fuck less about the kid. Come on, homie. I just can't stand the micro thinkers out here who have zero fucking buy-in to a kid who's never coached, helped, otherwise, any kid, and then I'm the hater. It's funny, dog. The biggest one's going to be when Deion leaves Colorado and his son's jersey's hanging up there and did nothing, and you're going to be like,
he balled out. He did ball out, though.
It's going to be funny, though. The prime sexual fan base, when they just depart ways and exit Boulder, and everyone's like, oh, we never really had a fan base in Boulder.
He did break hella quarterback records, though, in 2 years, and kind of take them from 1-11 to going 9-4 and making them relevant, and, might be a first-round quarterback, threw up 4,000-something pass yard, 30-something plus pass touchdown. So he did do all that, but